Alright, in this video we're going to show you how to install a purpose-built Rockford Fosgate audio system. Hey everyone, I'm Eric and we're back here in the Rockford Fosgate R&D lab. Today, we're going to install an X317-STAGE1 kit in this 2020 Maverick X3 Max X. Let's get started by installing some bungee cords on our doors so we can easily move in and out of the UTV. Now this next step isn't necessary, but we're going to use the T27 Torx to remove our roof so we have better light for our camera. Now we need access to the battery compartment, which is located behind the passenger seat. On our X3 Max X, it's located behind the rear passenger. Now, for stages 1 and 2, you only need to remove the rear passenger seat. However, for stages 3, 4, and 5, you'll want to remove all the seats. For video clarity, we're going to go ahead and remove all of them. To get started, we'll need a 3/4 inch socket with extension and remove 2 nuts from the rear of each seat. To access these nuts, you'll need to adjust the seat until you see them through the little access hole. Alright, now we're ready to finish detaching the seats. We'll use a 1/2 inch socket and wrench to remove 2 bolts from each seat front. Then we'll move to the back and use an 18mm socket and extension to remove the top of the seat belts. For our Max X with 4 seats, we'll use a T20 Torx to remove the seat belt bumpers to gain access to the top of the seat belt mechanism. Now on the driver's seat, there's also a seat belt safety lanyard that needs to be disconnected. Don't forget to reattach this during reassembly. Failure to do so puts the Can-Am in limp mode and significantly reduces your speed. Alright, now that we have access to the battery, we'll use a 10mm socket to disconnect the negative terminal. Okay, now we're ready to install our dash kit. Now the kit comes with 2 bezels. This bezel and backing plate are designed for the PMX-0. This bezel is designed for the PMX-2 and PMX-3 models. Also included is a speaker output harness. Now, to get started, we'll use a 1/8 inch bit to pre-drill 2 holes using the dimples in the dash as markers. Then, we'll come back to the table and secure our bezel to the PMX source unit using the small screws included in the kit and a 3mm Allen driver. Then, we'll secure the radio assembly to the dash kit using the same size screws. Okay, now we're ready to make our power connection to the source unit. The connector we need is attached to the underside of the center dash panel that's next to the steering wheel. For video clarity, we've removed this panel to illustrate our connections. We'll start by removing the upper dash fuse panel. Then, we'll run the female power connector from the source unit harness down the left side next to the 2 fluid reservoirs. Now, you'll need to get under the dash to make your final connection. Keep in mind, this may be secured by a dummy receptacle to keep the connector in place. Now, if you're using the PMX-0, you'll be using this yellow harness. Connect the female end to the power connector, then the male end to the source unit harness. Then just connect your yellow wire to the battery positive. Okay, now we're ready to install the dash kit. We'll connect the white 12-pin Molex to the source unit, then make any additional connections like speakers, antenna, USB, auxiliary, or additional remotes. Using a T25 Torx driver, we'll secure the dash kit to the Can-Am using the larger screws included in the kit. Okay, now that we have all that done, we're ready to make our battery connection, test our system, reassemble everything, and get this Can-Am back out on the road. All right, as you can see, that installation came together pretty easy. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact our technical support. They can be reached Monday through Friday at 1-800-669-9899 or through live chat at the bottom of our website at rockfordfosgate.com. Until next time, I'm Eric. We'll see you again soon.